Apart from actual vehicle operation, what's probably the most important feature in a wheelchair accessible vehicle? The automatic door, right? If the door doesn't work, then you don't get in and you don't get out. You don't even want to think about that. But you should, because you can't assume that all systems are alike. You can't even assume that they operate the way the original equipment manufacturer intended. Because remember, the OEM didn't design their automatic door to accommodate a ramp. So it's important for you, the person who will depend on that door's operation, to know what you're buying. And I'm going to show you. As you would expect, the door on this manufacturer's conversion opens wide enough to allow the ramp to extend. What you need to know is how it adds those additional inches. In this case, the manufacturer chose to modify the OEM's drive mechanism to allow the door to open wider than originally intended. Unfortunately, they did that by machining off the housing of this pulley to allow the cable to go back farther, which allows the door to open wider. But in doing that, they've also increased the risk of failure, because you can see that the angle of the cable changes as it comes forward. Can you tell me that that cable can be pulled that far out of its original position and still function as reliably as the OEM intended? How easy would it be for that to slip off or just wear unevenly? You might also want to ask, who holds the warranty once that part has been so drastically changed? The OEM or the conversion manufacturer? These are important questions. Here's another point. Take a look at that lower door extension. Obviously, any manufacturer that lowers the floor of the vehicle, they have to cover that distance with a door extension. This manufacturer chose to do that by bolting a plastic plate to the original door using a single steel plate that extends from the OEM's door arm down to the new lower door arm. The rest of the door extension is just two pieces of plastic and a trim piece that covers it. Not a lot of structure here. Not a lot of protection from the side. How likely is that to hold up even to minor bumps? Let's look at another example. Unfortunately, it's not a good one. This is the original door drive unit, and right back here is the OEM rear pulley system. This manufacturer appears to have used some kind of file to shave off the cable routing where it feeds into the pulley to allow the door to travel back farther and open wider. Shaving pieces off with a file is not engineering. Also, the cable is being stretched up. It's not being routed properly. So how can it perform properly? And for how long? Also, this manufacturer uses a straight door plate. This is a piece of steel here. That's an improvement, with a plastic shield over it. It looks good, but as you can see, there's not really any structural integrity. When you consider the fact that a wheelchair van's automatic door sees a lot more use and harder use than a standard van, and you add to that the consequences of door failure for a person with limited mobility, I think you'll agree that this is not the place to shave corners. In fact, the closer you can stay to the standards and specifications that the OEM built into their vehicle, the better. And that's exactly what BraunAbility did. What you're going to find on the BraunAbility conversion is a door operator that was extended 3 3/4 inches using parts purchased from the Tier 1 supplier. So they're fully functional and warranted for proper door operation. The door can open fully to accommodate a ramp because the pulley is designed to sit back here without compromising its operation. Everything is in line as it should be. With BraunAbility, it's not about maneuvering and manipulating to get something to work. You can see that the focus here is on designing a system that works reliably. After all, you're depending on it. The choice is yours.